The college football world is in a state of upheaval this season. Clemson is crumbling, Indiana is clicking, and Texas Tech is contending. Week 4 has delivered a mix of heartbreak, hope, and head-scratching moments that will shape the rest of the year. But here's where it gets controversial. Some coaches are fighting to stay relevant, while others are quietly fading into the background. Let's break down what's happening. 1. The battle between legacy and progress. In an ideal world, every successful coach would retire on top, like Tom Osborne or Nick Saban. But in reality, many face a harsher fate. Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno, and Mac Brown all left their programs at the peak of their careers, often under pressure. The problem? College football evolves faster than coaches can adapt. Since 2021, the game has changed so rapidly that even Clemson's Dabo Swinney, who once ranked in the AP Top 10, now faces a 1-3 start, a first in his 17-year tenure. His recent rant about being tired of winning only deepens the divide between him and the program's current trajectory. 2. Dabo's dilemma, pride versus pragmatism. Swinney's career is a masterclass in resilience, but this season feels like a turning point. His Tigers, once a national powerhouse, are now struggling against Syracuse in Death Valley. The 433-yard offensive explosion by the Orange was a stark reminder that even the most decorated coaches can't control the tide. Yet Swinney's refusal to compromise his values, like his famous line about being sent on their way if they're tired of winning, highlights a clash between tradition and the realities of modern football. 3. 2 opposing philosophies in one game. When Syracuse's Fran Brown and Clemson's Dabo Swinney faced off, it wasn't just a matchup of teams, it was a collision of ideologies. Brown, a second-year coach, embraces change, even if it means letting players leave for the transfer portal. He replaced Trevor Pena with Jonte Cook, a move that paid off in the game. Meanwhile, Swinney clings to his principles, even as his roster struggles to connect. This tension is a microcosm of the broader debate over how to balance tradition with innovation in college football. 4. Gundy's fall from grace. Oklahoma State's Mike Gundy, a former all-time winningest coach, is now on the brink of losing his job. His program, once a Big 12 powerhouse, has tanked since 2021. A 69-3 loss to Oregon and a 19-12 defeat to Tulsa have left fans questioning his leadership. Gundy's resistance to change, even after embracing name, image, and likeness deals, has backfired. His once reliable 10-win seasons are now a distant memory. 5. Oklahoma's defense, a marvel, but not enough. John Metier's Sooners are a Heisman contender, but their defense is a standout. After shutting down Michigan, they held Auburn to 24-17 with 9 sacks. Yet their offense remains inconsistent. The question is, can they sustain this level of play against top-tier opponents like Texas? The answer may come at the Cotton Bowl, where they'll face Arch Manning and the Horns. 6. A controversial touchdown call. Oklahoma's Isaiah Sategna III was penalized for a hideout tactic, a rule that sparked debate. While the SEC confirmed the penalty, the decision raises questions about officiating consistency. This moment highlights the growing scrutiny on referees and the need for clearer guidelines in high-stakes games. 7. Cignetti's magic, a rare success story. Indiana's hiring of Curt Cignetti 2 years ago was a bold move, and it's paying off. The Hoosiers, 4-0, obliterated Illinois 63-10, showcasing a balanced attack led by Fernando Mendoza and Kobe Martin. With trips to Oregon and Penn State this year, the program could reach double-digit wins again, a feat that seemed impossible before Cignetti arrived. 8. Moore's challenges, balancing offense and defense. Sharon Moore's Michigan team is 3-1, but their offensive line is opening up holes for Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall. QB Bryce Underwood has a promising career, but his passing game remains underdeveloped. The Wolverines' Big Ten schedule is manageable, but their path to a CFP berth is anything but guaranteed. 9. Lagway's struggle, a QB in freefall. DJ Lagway's decline has been steep. After a solid freshman season, he struggled in 3 straight losses, throwing 5 picks at LSU and 12 of 23 against Miami. Florida's defense, which has averaged 11 points per game, is a major reason for their struggles. This could cost Billy Napier his job before December. 10. Tech's resurgence, a defensive revolution. Texas Tech's defense has transformed into a force, stifling Utah's Devin Dampier and outlasting a depleted opponent with Will Hammond's late-game heroics shows the Red Raiders are ready for bigger stages. Their defensive talent, led by Jacob Rodriguez and Cole Wisniewski, makes them a dark horse in the Big 12. 11. TCU's rivalry game, a win that won't be repeated. The Horned Frogs' victory over SMU in the battle for the Iron Skillet was impressive, but the rivalry is no longer a fixture. Sonny Dykes' decision to stop playing the game has left SMU without a matchup despite the last-minute win. It's a sad footnote in a season filled with shifting dynamics. 12. Wisconsin's missteps, a costly hire. Luke Fickell's arrival at Wisconsin was a gamble, but the results haven't lived up to expectations. After 7 straight Power 4 losses, the Badgers are 2-2. Chris McIntosh's confidence in Fickell may be misplaced, especially with the $25.4 million buyout looming. 13. The Americans' playoff shot, a mystery. The Group of 5 playoff spot is likely a go to the American. But which team? Memphis, USF, Tulane, and North Texas are all in the mix. UNLV's lone Power 4 win isn't enough to elevate their resume, leaving the race wide open. 14. Missouri's identity, run the ball. Mothers of the SEC, Missouri is embracing a ground-and-pound approach. Ahmad Hardy's 138-yard performance and Bo Pribola's mobility have made the Tigers a threat. But when they face Alabama, the contrast between their running game and the Crimson Tide's passing attack will be stark. 15. Oregon versus Penn State. A showdown on the rise. The civil war between Oregon and Penn State is heating up. Dante Moore's 41-7 rout of Oregon State showed his potential, but the Ducks' lack of a reliable receiver could be a hurdle. The Pac-12's collapse has made these rivalries less competitive, but the intensity remains. 16. Riley's balanced attack, a glimpse of USC's future. Lincoln Riley's Trojans are a well-rounded team, combining rushing and passing. Wayman Jordan's 157-yard performance and Jaden Mayava's improved passing have given USC hope. But their next 3 games, against Illinois, Michigan, and Notre Dame, will determine if this is a real program. 17. Boyce's breakout star, Riley's 75-yard TDs. Dylan Riley's explosive performance against Air Force has made him a rising star, but Boise's recent loss to USF has dented their Mountain West title hopes. If Riley continues breaking 75-yard TDs, the Broncos could still contend. 18. Cal's crash. A cautionary tale. Cal's sudden collapse after a 3-0 start has raised questions about Justin Wilcox's leadership. Jaron Chiave-Sagapolitelli's poor performance and the Bears' 34-0 loss to San Diego State have left fans doubting the program's future. Sean Lewis's turnaround at SDSU is a reminder that redemption is possible. 19. UNC's struggles, a tough road ahead. North Carolina's 2-2 record is a far cry from their previous success. Losing to UCF and struggling to contain Taven Jackson has left the program in disarray. But their next game against Clemson offers a chance to turn things around. What's next? The college football season is a roller coaster, and this week has only hinted at the twists to come. Is Dabo's frustration a sign of deeper issues? Can Oklahoma's defense hold up against the best? Or will another program rise to prominence in the Group of 5? These questions, and more, will define the rest of the year. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.